Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for the month of June 2025. So Pisces, we are currently in the zodiac sign of Gemini, element being air, so lots of communication, new ideas coming through. Expect the unexpected in Gemini time. You Pisces are in your fourth house of home, family, extended family, all things to do with home, maybe buying, selling a new home, maybe moving as well can come into the mix in this house. And we have the third, and we have as the energy around the Three of Swords, so very much heartbreak, grief coming in. It comes to visit us sooner or later. Here and there we always get patches of grief in our lives, so it's to be acknowledged, not to be avoided. So that's the energy around this 4 weeks for you, my dear Pisces. So let's see what the story and the messages are. Where you are right now. Oh, we have the Page of Pentacles, so very good for new beginnings with money. Pages always talk about children or seedlings or the big new beginnings of things. But it's in Pentacles, so it's very grounded, very earthed. So it could be a new job coming along. It could be something to do with an expansion which will bring you money later on. But it's an excellent card just for, you know, it's very stable, the Pentacles, and the Page is giving you that offer of new beginnings coming through with stability in mind, financially obviously being the most important one. So that's good, or either or there may be a new child coming into your family, which is obviously possible. That's basically our Page of Pentacles, so a very positive card to start off with. All things new, Pisces, very grounded. Okay, let's have a look now and see what the influencer card is that will has influenced this page and will influence the rest of the reading. 5 of Cups, so a bit of disappointment, negative thinking with this page of 5 of Cups. It's very much the scenario of lost love, or feeling like you haven't sort of had closure from a relationship perhaps, especially when we look at the energy around with the Three of Swords. It does bring up that sort of sadness and disappointment, loss, the 5 of Cups. But there's something to be gained as well from the 5 of Cups, apart from the disappointment, the negative thinking about this emotional issue, is that healing can take place once we can address this issue here of the 5 of Cups. So that's the positive of it. So somebody that you may have not seen for a while may sort of pop back into your life, and you think, oh, okay, maybe this is a chance to sort of resolve old issues with this particular person or scenario. It could just be a scenario around people that you felt sort of maybe deserted or been abandoned by. Let's have a look in April, May in the background, which still carries weight today. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So work doing well. This is the Master's Apprentice card. Work doing very well. Ongoing success with work. Of course, Pentacles very grounded. Work's fine. Learning new things. You may be sort of crossing over to do, looking at expanding into another job, or, you know, sort of just studying for something else to add to your CV perhaps. So overall, it's a very good card for stability and your work ethic and work in your life. So that's good. And of course, finances look really good here. So that's very promising, Pisces. Recent influences. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is the card of good fortune coming to you. It doesn't come around very often, this card, in people's readings over a 12-month period. It may pop in once or twice over 12 months. So it's very fortuitous when you get the Wheel of Fortune. And it really is one of those high spiritual cards that sort of repays you for work well done and brings in expansion and growth to what you're doing. So wherever you've been coming from, and it looks like work for you has been very good. Emotional wise, there's things to deal with, but overall this Wheel of Fortune really sort of peps up a reading no end. It's one of the most generous, expansive cards of the tarot deck, and of course it's a major arcana, so it has a lot of weight there. So really good. Look forward to this good fortune and expansion coming for you, and growth. Okay, very well. So let's see what your lesson will be. And we've got Judgment. So second chances. New slate. Karmic debt having been paid off. So you don't actually owe anybody anything at the moment, karmic debt wise. And we know that karma is, you know, cause and effect. So something from the past that was quite heavy on you now has been cancelled out by the appearance of Judgment, and that's what Judgment does. It offers you that second chance with all your debts cleared karmically, so move on quite happily with that. Once again, it's a very highly spiritual card, a major card again, so really looking very good for you on the front of the major arcana. And just these minor arcanas here are just the sort of day-to-day stuff, as you well know, Pisces. So we'll go into near future. Five of Pentacles, feeling a bit out in the cold, coming up, big change coming through here too. With fives, it always indicates change. So you may feel sort of apart from the group or apart from people in your family, things like that. You just may not feel that sort of strong connection. Don't worry too much about it. It's only a transient sort of energy. But if you are, and you probably will have feelings like this in this 4 weeks, but just try to move on through it and take whatever change is coming. It's minor change, and you've got two massive major arcanas here, so I think you'll be able to navigate that quite well, don't you, Pisces? Okay, let's go down to the key card here of what's happening that you're not realising. This may answer some questions for you. The Tower, so something's outlived its use-by date here. It's a structure, the Tower, so it can be a structure of the way you've seen things, the way you do things, and suddenly those things are no longer sort of working for you. Overall, especially with what we've got here, it seems like there's a big shift and a big change coming through for you. And so this is sitting there as the answer. So it's about letting old structural thinking, or maybe it's a house that you have there that you sort of, it's costing you more money than you need and you want to let it go, or something like that, but it has to do with structure. Just, you know, let it go and rebuild, basically. So it's like, it's a time for great change, and it can be abrupt change too. It can be things like divorces or separations where you just, things are building and building and building, whereas, as you can see in this Tower, you know, it's literally exploding. So time to, this is just to letting you know that it's time to sort of perhaps bulldoze it to the ground and use the land it's on for something else much more sort of favourable to where you are at the moment, because you have big things happening for you, Pisces. Okay. Let's see how others see you. Nine of Pentacles, doing very well, very independent, very reliable person. This is usually a very strong female card. Back in the days when females were it was a great surprise when they did something really well or sort of challenged men in the male world, in the work world. This is very strong, independent female energy, which is great, and that's how people see you. Once again, we've got financial stability here coming through from you, providing. So, can't say much about that really. It's an excellent card to have. A 9, numerologically, I can never say that. 9 is a completion, means completion numerologically. So you're on the way to completing a cycle with this stability and these pentacles coming through. You've got a few of them now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's have a look now and see what your positive feelings are. Another big card, Scorpio death. So big transformation taking place. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 big cards now. Transformation, very much a Scorpio card. Really it's like from travelling from winter into spring after a long dark period. Suddenly we see the new life coming through. Spring has sprung. It's that kind of analogy that it best describes this death card. People often freak out when they see it and think it's about death itself, but it's just about one moving from one state to another, and it entails a lot of hard work by the person. So actually it's very well received by a lot of people once they understand the meaning of this card. In its true essence, it should be just transformation, I think, because the death tag doesn't really do it any favours. People freak out a lot, but you're feeling positive about the big changes you've made and transformed yourself. So excellent, excellent, excellent. The outcome, and we have the 5 of Wands. So busy time, challenging times, navigating lots of different things going on at once, putting out spot fires. Very busy time, as it's a Wands card, so it's fire. Just things going in 5 different directions really, that you need to navigate through the obstacles. It's like an obstacle course, the 5 of Wands. Challenging energy as well, so just make sure you've got your navigator's hat on and you will get through that. And I think in fact we'll put a clarifier on that 5 of Wands, because you've got so many big signpost cards in here today for your 4 weeks that we can see that you've gone through a massive overhaul, massive change. You've got good luck. You've really worked hard, Pisces, and I always remember you guys because you've been really not struggling, but you've had a lot of stuff on your plate in the last 12 months really, probably before that too, but that's just it. So let's see the clarifier for the 5 of Wands. It's the Spider. So creative project, so it's about creativity. Now lots of people will say, oh, I am not creative because they don't knit or sew, or so they put it in that box. But creativity is the way you live your life basically. It's the energy you put into everything. It's the walk you go on. It's the food you cook. It's the friends that you interact with. It's how we put a spin on our life and make it really special and unique to us. So it's absolutely a beautiful card, and the Spider of course does, with his beautiful spinning of his lovely web. So it's a really nice card to say lots of creativity coming in and lots of opportunities there just to make the everyday life, which can sometimes seem rather humdrum, be a bit more exciting by putting your own signature on it. So I love that for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great 4 weeks.